We have already seen AI generated UI. We have already seen it connect to the real tools. Now, let's take it one step further. We will build a learning platform similar to Udemy or Coursera, add authentication using Firebase MCP, store and fetch real data using Firestore, and handle user actions like course enrollment. Because this is where AI stops being impressive and starts being useful. The first question most developers ask when they see AI generated scaffolding: is the code actually structured or is it one file of chaos? Fair question. Let's answer it in real time. Open Antigravity, fresh workspace. The prompt I am using: create a learning platform similar to Udemy, include a home page with course cards, a course detail page, a My Learning section, and a navigation bar with sign in button. Use React, make it production structured, separate components, clean folder layout. One prompt and watch what happens. The agent doesn't just create one file. It has created the separate component folders which has a course card and navigation bar. It has created a separate pages folder as well for our home, my learning and course detail section. The assets folder does have the PNG and SVG file required. What it gets right: structure. This isn't a prototype hack. The component boundaries it chooses are the same ones a middle level React developer would choose. So here is the output. You can see nice clean UI with the static courses available. We have the My Learning sections as well with some static data, login and sign up button as well. What it gets wrong, and this is the honest part, is the data layer. It uses static mock data. There is no auth context. State management is local and isolated. Enrollment clicks do nothing persistent. And this is the gap we will close using Firebase MCP. So let's do it. Let's first move to the MCP server section and search for the Firebase. We will just install it. It is installed. Now let's move back to the agent. Let's just verify if it is configured or not. We'll just ask the MCP server to list down all the Firebase projects from my account. It seems MCP server is enabled and it is trying to access the MCP server and trying to list out all the projects that we have in the Firebase account. Here is the list of all the projects that I have available in my Firebase account. Now, let's move back to the agent mode. First, we'll ask agent to create a Firebase project and do a basic setup along with the authentication. We'll add a prompt: create a Firebase project named Learning Platform and implement sign in with Google. Update the navigation bar sign in button to trigger Google Auth flow. So users display name and photo. After login, add a sign out option. Since it is done, here we can see it has created a separate firebase.js file and there are some changes in the navigation bar.jsx as well. So let's just see what are the changes. In the Firebase, you can see the basic configuration that is needed for the Firebase, and then in the navigation bar we can see some authentication related changes. You can see when clicking on the sign in, there is a method called sign in with pop-up and Google provider, which is the method from the Firebase itself. Okay, now let's just run it and see if it is working fine. Okay, we'll just click on the sign in with Google. It has opened the pop-up and pop-up is closed. Maybe some error. Let's see. if we have any error. One thing that we need to do manually in this case is enable the Google sign-in from Firebase console. So let's just first do it. We'll just reload it and see if it has created the project. So the name was learning platform, where it is. Okay, so we can see the projects and we'll just move to the authentication. Okay, from the sign in method, we'll just move to the Google, we'll enable it, we'll not make any changes, we'll just choose the email address. No other changes are needed, let's just save it. And that's it. Let's move to our project, we'll click on sign in with Google. Here you can see it is asking for sign in with Google and the pre-populated email address that I'm currently logged in with. We'll just click on it. It is asking for some normal permission like the name and profile picture. We'll continue. And that's it. Here you can see the display name and the profile picture over here and then the sign out button as well. Let's see if we have the data in the authentication or not. Here you can see with the email address when it was created and the provider with Google and a unique user ID. Test your auth flow in the incognito window. The agent writes auth that works for your logged in session. Incognito shows you what a new user usually sees. Now authentication is done. Now let's move to another feature of Firebase, that is Firestore. At the moment, all the data that we have in this project is static. Let's store it in Firebase and retrieve it in real time. Let's move to Antigravity and we'll just add a prompt, create a Firestore collection called courses. Add 4 course documents with fields, ID, title, instructor, description, thumbnail, price, category. Use realistic data for a learning platform. Once done, replace the static course data in the application with a live Firestore fetch from the courses collection. Handle loading state and error state properly. It is done and it has made some changes in Firebase files and home.jsx, course detail, course card. Let's see if it has added the connection with the Firestore database or not. So here you can see in the home.jsx, we can see fetch data and it is getting the data from the Firestore. Let's see what we have in the get courses method. So here it is checking the collection of courses and getting the documents from it and just looping through all the courses that we have. Audit the real-time versus one-time fetch decision. On snapshot course, read continuously. Get docs cost 1 read per log. For listing pages, almost always use get docs with the client side cache. Let's say if we have the actual data from the Firestore in the application. We'll just reload it and it is loading the courses. Let's try to load it and fail to load the courses. Please try again later. Let's see and inspect if we have any error. So it is saying that fetching courses, Firebase error, missing or insufficient permission. Okay, no worries. It seems that we have to set the Firestore rules as well. Let's just give this error to Antigravity and see what it does. It has created Firebase rules file and now it is trying to deploy it to the Firebase. It's done. Let's see what we have in the Firestore rules. So it has added just one rule about the document read and write. Let's see now if we have the data or not. I'll just reload it. And here you can see we have the data from the Firestore. Never leave Firebase in open security rules. Before any demo goes to a real URL, add basic rules. Okay. Now we can see like we have my learning section, but we don't have any functionality of enrollment. So let's just add the enrollment functionality. We'll just move back to the Antigravity. We'll add a prompt, add enrollment functionality. When a user clicks enroll on a course, write to a Firestore enrollments collection with the user's UID and the course ID. In the My Learning section, fetch and display only the courses the current user is enrolled in. This prompt is doing the real work. The agent needs to understand the relationship between the user ID and the course collection and the new enrollments collection. In the My Learning section, it needs to write the Firestore document, then query it by user ID in My Learning. So here we can see where statement where it is checking the user ID in the enrollments documents. Let's accept all the changes and see if it is actually working or not. We'll just reload it. Okay, in the My Learning section, okay, it is asking for the sign in. Let's do the sign in. Okay, it is saying you are not enrolled in any courses yet. Okay, no worries. Let's just move to one of the course. Okay, here you can see successfully enrolled. Let's say if it is there in the My Learning section. Yes, here it is in the My Learning section. We'll just check in the collection as well if we have the data in the enrollment collection. Yes, here it is the enrollments document and we can see one document. Here it is the course ID and the user ID. We'll just move to the another course, 100 dates of code. Let's just enroll it and we'll see if we have multiple data in My Learning. Yes, here it is. So that's all for this video. You can see how easily we have integrated our learning platform with Firebase in just 10 minutes. If you have ever tried it or building anything, do let me know in the comment section. I would love to go through what you have built.